I'm here today in what has come to feel like my second home, the shop. Our vehicles have needed a lot of work lately, it seems, which, if you're going to drive older vehicles, you either got to know a guy or learn to be the guy. So I know a guy and I've learned to be the guy. I'm here today, I'm going to change the oil, but I also have a wheel speed sensor code. I've got a C1101 and a C1105 on my 2013 Pathfinder right here. And what it is, it's a right rear wheel speed sensor. It's on this wheel. Now, I've had to do this job before, had to do it on the other side. And at that time, I called the dealership. I was quoted 4 figures on this job. It was like 800 and something for the sensor and then labor. I nearly choked and decided I would learn to do it myself. That was a few years ago, but I just want to show it to you because it's super easy. If you're faced with that, an eBay search and a video like this one, and you should be fine, and you can save yourself a ton of money. So we're going to get into it. First thing we got to do, lift the vehicle, get this wheel off. If you don't know how to get your wheels off, you're probably not going to tackle this wheel speed sensor. I don't mean that to be insulting at all. I just mean I'm not going to show you how to get the wheel off. Make sure you stabilize the vehicle, block everything so it's not going to fall down, all that stuff. You don't have to be under it for this job, but you still don't want to be picking it up off the ground. So be careful, get to that point, and I'll show you where to find the wheel speed sensors. All right, first things first, I lied to you about not having to be under the car. It wasn't on purpose. It's just different here than it was last side I did it on. But this thing right here, if you can see it, is your wheel speed sensor right there. It's got a bolt. We're going to take it out. I'll do that in a minute. I'm going to wiggle it free. We're going to follow this wire back through here. You can see it right there. And then it swings in underneath the vehicle. And I'll show you the video of this. It's wintertime here, so everything's dripping. And it's right up in there. And I'll show you the clip in a minute when I get a light in there. All right, I've got this to the point that I should be able to turn it out by hand. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. My hand's going to be in the way, but it's a 10 mil bolt. You don't really need special tools for this. I just used a 10 mil socket on a 1/4 inch drive. It's not in there with a lot of torque. There it is. And then typically you can get them out if you just kind of tweak them back and forth just a little bit until they're loose. These things are scandalously expensive if you buy them from a dealership. On eBay, they're not too bad. But if you're not planning to change it, you obviously don't want to break this one. I'm changing it, so I don't care. Here we go. Out it comes. I can't keep my light steady, sorry. And there is my sensor. And she's pretty gummed up, which might explain why this keeps throwing a code. I'm going to blow it out a little bit. I'm going to put a new sensor in, right in there. Put my 10 mil bolt back in, right in there. We're going to call it done. I'll show you the clip on the other end. By the way, I'm sure you may have figured this out. I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy that wants to save a little money. Hopefully this helps you. Be careful. I don't have affiliate tool links or anything like that. I'm not doing this for a living, although I appreciate the guys that are, because that's where I learn a lot of my stuff. So all the disclaimers, not my fault, blah, 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 blah. I just want to show you it doesn't have to cost you $1,000 to change a wheel speed sensor. I'll show you where the clip is, and then I'm going to end my video. I'm going to button it back up, clear the codes, and call it good. Happy Friday it is while I'm recording this video on my day off. Might be helpful to show you, if I can get my light turned around. These are the clips that hold this in, and they're very easy to get out. You just pull like that. There's 4 or 5 of them along the sensor. We're just going to follow it along, release it, and put some new ones on. That's the plan. All right, I told you I'd get a light on it and show you where that plugged in. It is that plug right there. We're just going to unplug it, plug in the new one, and call her good.